Figured I would share a quick story which has inspired me to do this Learn With Me. So she comes home at 8 o'clock, gets out of her car, sees a unmarked white van drive by and stop. Two men come out, and because it's such a safe neighborhood and it's known to be very safe, her first thought was, oh, they're asking me for directions, let me help them out. So she probably is expecting them to approach her. They do. Instead, they pin her against her garage door and they take her phone, which she had one of those phone cases where you could slip your credit card and your license and stuff. So she had that in her hand. She had her car keys in her other hand. They took both and they go back, take her car, still gone. When I spoke with her on Tuesday, Valentine's Day was Sunday, and that is the story. So obviously extremely traumatizing event, and it's made me really think about security. So I'm going to give her this, which is something that my mom gave me when I first moved to California, and basically it's a little security alarm, and you just pull this tab here and it sounds an alarm. Hold on. Like that. All you have to do is pull that out. And I always forget that I have this. I never carry this around with me or anything. And so I'm just gonna give it to her. I wanna do some research. And if you're interested, follow along on this video. I don't know what I'm gonna find. Maybe there are no solutions. Maybe bad luck just happens and it just can't be helped. So I'm searching like home security systems, and there are plans. I think they like call you up and check up on you, those kinds of things. But that is something inside that she can get for herself. But I'm thinking more like, what can I install for her? Because we're obviously looking at it from a handywoman's point of view. And beyond that, it's not like I'm a security company. So let's move out of there. Security for outside home. So I'm thinking something like this, although I'm gonna go to her house, scope out the area, and then go to Home Depot after that, and then figure out what to purchase to install. But I'm thinking something like this, where it comes with a solar panel, so she doesn't have to worry about changing out the battery, and then where it connects to the actual security camera. This is what I'm seeing right now. Secure the doors, lock the windows, light up the landscape. This is from Safewise. So I just read Bob Vila's 35 Easy Ways to Protect Your Home from Break-ins. And there's some really good tips here, such as step up your home security, shine a light, things like that. But one notable one that I just really caught my eye, I was like, put in window air conditioner, so that instead of breaking in through the window, there's an AC box there that's like kind of secured in. But I feel like that'll be easier because of that AC. But I don't know how to install one of those anyway, so maybe I'm wrong. Get a fake dog, that beware of dog sign. That's like an easy, cheap way to just, you know, have that. Although if they like case your area or case your house, they probably already know you don't have a dog. All right, so the consensus. I think that we all know some common sense things that we should do to avoid getting mugged, avoid getting, you know, robbed outside. And that is to stay in groups, walk in a well-lit area, have your key, car alarm, like ready on the go, have mace on hand. But it's a long list of things that are pretty common sense that just goes out the window when you're in that situation. So I think that if there's anything that I want to remember if that happens to me, is to freaking throw my keys away. Like, I have been told that if I'm walking home at night, which I used to do when I was younger in Hawaii because we didn't have a car, and I would get off work at like 10 o'clock and I would walk home from the mall to where my parents condo is. But anyway, I would put my keys, every single key, in between my hands and walk that way. And as ridiculous as that looks, that's what I did. Another tip that my friend Ida just told me when I talked to her earlier today was to pretend like you're on the phone, or if you can be on the phone with somebody, actually get on the phone while you're walking and say, oh, you see me? I'm right here. I'm about to walk in the door. I think that if I was like held at gunpoint or I was being approached by these people, I think what I should do is throw my keys as far as I can, you know? I think that that's something brand new that I would not have thought to do. But I think that if I was put in a situation like that, I think I would throw my keys so that at least my property is kind of away from me. They have some time to do something, like run and get those keys while I run away. But yeah, it's, as far as being a handywoman and what I can do to help my client is to install more lights, some solar powered lights and motion censored lights, security cameras that are up at the ceiling or closer above the garage door, and another security camera right by her front door. I think that would be the best thing to do. So maybe I'll be installing 3 of those tomorrow. I think that's a really good idea, and then have it all connect to the Ring app. I think that's a really good idea. I was hoping to, you know, discover new technologies, new things happening in regards to security these days, but I didn't. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe these common sense things that you should try, like that I've already mentioned, you know, walk with your friends, walk in a brightly lit area, have mace, have some kind of security system for your house, some kind of security camera outside your house. Don't rely on the cops, because they're not going to find those perpetrators for you. I mean, they're going to apparently try, but the likelihood of them catching them is very, very low. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Assholes are everywhere, and it's not to say that you should think about the world as unsafe, and I don't think that you should live in fear, but I think it's everything in moderation, right? You should always have something in the back of your head, like, hey, something bad could happen. There are some crazy, you know, people out there that just act foolish and selfishly, so be safe.